Welcome to your very first tutorial on Discover Gabson. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create a Facebook-like system, React system using PHP and AJax. So let's see a sample of what we're going to be achieving by the end of this tutorial. Let's go back to my previous project. Let's log in. So let's wait till this logs in. So here we are. So let's react to post here. So as you can see, as soon as I click this button, it pops up. So there are various reacting buttons here, and whenever you click on any one, it inserts data to the database. And let's check our table and see what happens here. So automatically we have a reacting value here. Let's go and update this. Okay, let's say angry. Let's go back and refresh the table. So you see changes. So what it does automatically, it's insert data depending on what post the user liked. You can also like every other post. Let's check this one out. Let's go and refresh. So voila, see. So for the sake of this tutorial, I want everybody to install XAMPP. If you don't have XAMPP, install XAMPP and set up Apache. We're going to start this tutorial from scratch, so we pay attention. All right, let's go to our root directory, XAMPP hdocs. Then we're gonna create a folder for this tutorial. For this tutorial, I created like system, so you can use any folder you want. And in this folder, I have 3 files here. I have jQuery external JavaScript, configuration file for our connection PHP backend. I also have an image folder where our like icons are located. So I will include a link where you can download this in a later class. Right. All right, let's go to our editor and create file. Use this. We'll call this post.php. So create another file, call it style CSS file. So here, let's go over to our browser to create database. So we are gonna start this by scratch. So you can name your database anything, call my like system. Great. So we're gonna create basically 2 tables, one for the React where the reacting values are gonna be added, and the other where the post we are going to react to is being added. So let's just quickly paste this. So what we did here was that the first table here is the post like, and we'll have ID which we set to auto increments, then the user ID, then post ID, and the react type. So the second table will have posts, and this is the ID. I think I have some error here. So the post ID and the post, you can include dates just at your own pace. And let's run this code. So our table is ready. As you can see, we have 2 tables here, one for the post and the other for like. So let's have 4 columns here: the ID, user ID, post ID, and react. So this post ID actually is going to be referencing to the posts here. So the ID we are going to get here is what we are going to put here, so that whenever we delete a post, the like automatically deletes. So using this method, the table will be in relation foreign key constraints. Okay, let's go over to our editor and start something. All right, these are posts.php. So let's include the connection file and the external JavaScript jQuery file and our style.css. So also we included our configuration to connect to database. Right, so let's include also the image source, so we can actually preview in a browser. So these actually the link to every image. So let's save this and preview in a browser. Okay, let's run this in a browser in Firefox. So as you can see, this is what we have in the browser, and it looks kind of weird. So let's make this more enticing, or let's go back and give this actually give it a class name. Class name, we'll call this reaction. This reaction. Okay, let's paste this for all. So all done. So let's begin to style this to make it actually to look good. Right, let's go to our style.css, and what we're going to include is the styling for these images, especially the div. Right, let's paste it. So for the container we have this, and we are actually setting it to flex and positioning it, and we have to make it to come up to the screen by using the index and background color still remains white. And you can just make it to look, cool, just as you want. So margin top sorry, let's actually use 50 pixels, and left, or let's just use margin here, say 30 pixels, so actually make it to be almost in the middle of the screen. All right, so let's save this and refresh and see what we have. So it's actually embodied it with kind of a div container. So let's reduce the image size. Let's go back and paste some css here. So let's paste this. So this is actually the reaction, which is the image, the class we put here. So let's save and refresh in our browser, see what happens. So you see, still we have to put borders, so we can have some spacing in between the reactions, or probably we can use our our GIF images. Let's go to this place and change extension to GIF. So all done. So let's save and run the browser. So as you can see, we have a little bit of what we're looking for. So let's make it to be more enticing and cool. So we're actually gonna put it in a button, and we're gonna hide it. So whenever we click the button, then it shows. So with this method we can go further to use jQuery to put it in inside the data to the database. Okay, let's actually I'm gonna stop here, and now I'm gonna see you in our next tutorial. Just make sure you set everything up, your example and everything, and I will set a link below where you can download this file. Then in our next tutorial we implement AJax. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe so that whenever we post you can be able to see it. Thank you.